Our next presentation will be by Omar. Omar and I had a chance to meet yesterday, have a few laughs, and I know that he's got some great content. So let's get this going. So you got 10 minutes, okay?
Okay. So is this nigga? Okay. Yes, hello. I'm very happy to be with you today. Let me introduce myself first. Okay, thank you. Today I'm going to talk about the construction intelligence, with a new terminology in terms of the construction industry. In the beginning, let me introduce myself. Omar Habi, I'm working as a digital delivery manager for WePlan. Basically, we are thinking about the project control perspective for projects. We are working in pharmaceutical projects in Ireland and Europe. So my basic experience is all about 4D planning and the Power BI application. So what I would like to talk about today is the integration between the 4D planning and the business intelligence or the Power BI. So what is the meaning of business intelligence? So construction intelligence is a terminology as mixed between construction, 4D construction management, and the other part for business intelligence for the Power BI. So it's construction intelligence. So you got all the capabilities of the 4D planning and 5D BIM and mix it with your construction management industry. I think that you all know that 3D is XYZ, for 4D is time formation, but it's not only about adding the time in terms of start and finish and things like this. It's not only about adding the time frame only, it's about adding the resources, equipment, all things related to the time. So the 5D is all about adding the cost. So how could we mix both together? How could we talk about the construction management with the 4D and 5D perspective and mix it with the power of the business intelligence for the Power BI? So this is my secret here. My application here, I do this application in terms of 20 projects. This works very well. So I will start with the left-hand side, the scheduled data source. So the whole workflow here is about the standardization. So whenever you are working with intelligence workflow, so you need to maintain your standard process system. So it's all about coding your 3D model in a reasonable way, and coding your time schedule and your cost things in the same coding in the same standard way. So the left-hand side, it's all about how you got your schedule information. Most of the projects now, it depends on almost Primavera. So this is my example here. If you have the standard time schedule, it has some kind of codes is related to the BIM in terms of divisions. If you have division 3 for concrete, so you will do a standard time schedule for the Primavera, then you will start connect your time schedule with ODBC, Open Database Connector with Power BI. This is the story from the planning side. The other side for the 3D model. Now, your 3D model is working in the same process of the standardization. You have the coding has been settled, and we use here add-in called VCAD for its work with Autodesk Forge. So to get the information from the 3D model. So you connect with your 3D model with VCAD, and the other side you connect with your time schedule with ODBC. So your baseline now is ready to connect with your Power BI workflow. So once you connect your time schedule with 3D, you get the two faces of the true now of your projects. So it's all about the time schedule. It has all the information related to the cost, equipment, resources, allocations, man hours, plan. You have the durations. So you could do what if scenarios even inside your time schedule. So you have all the information for the time schedule. You have the information from the 3D model. But no need, so at this point, no need to go through a 4D application like Synchro, or it's still advanced, it still works. But at this point, you could only make the process work and integrate it with Power BI directly and take the two phases of this project. The last thing upside there is the updates. So the construction industry, the construction intelligence, we're trying to maintain an intelligence workflow. Once you maintain your baseline, you do your 3D model, and whatever, if have any synchronization or any updates, it will be doable. And at the end, you link it with the Power BI now. This is the baseline for your project, okay? Second part, what about the update? What if I have any update? it will be this part. Whenever you have any update, it will be working with Power Apps. You have now your site planners has some Power Apps applications. You start doing voting the percentage. They have today working on 3 or 4 activities. Second point, this actions on the Power Apps, it will start manipulate your Power Automate. So it will be like a trigger for your workflow. Power Automate, once something is changed, it will take this information and put it in the right way inside the Power BI for the dashboard. So to take this long story short, it's all about maintaining a workflow. This workflow, maintain the baseline information, maintain the 3D model, and its update if you have any synchronization in the future, and how to build a workflow for the site team to involve them in your gradual update in weekly, monthly perspective. So at the result, this will be an application for the workflow. Now you have a picture for the GIS for Esri. So now I work only this specific area. So this is the information for like a specific area for my project. So the result should be something like this. Now you have the information from the 3D model for the project you are working on, and you got the percentage, the S-curve, the percentage for what they are doing, the man hours, the planned versus actual here for the 4D model. So in the traditional way, what you are doing is you start linking your time schedule with the Primavera, with the 3D model in Synchro, then you export the information to Power BI to get the insights. So now all the truth is the same slide. In the same slide, you have the planned versus actual in terms of 4D, and the other side, you have the planning information for your project. So the other reports will be like this. Now you know the story of your project. Every data date you have, whatever the data date, this is a slicer there. This is the slicer area. You have every data date you could click on and figure out what happened on this date. I will show you a video. This is our final one of the application of the business intelligence in another project. At the beginning there, you have project budget, baseline finish, forecast finish, variance. If you this all information is come directly from the schedule, and planned value, earned value, percentage, and you have the progress in terms of percentage and the cash or money. And the other right-hand side, you have the information for the 3D model, link it directly with the time schedule. So you know all red color here is some kind of thing is late. It's not done at and the time should be planned. And this video for the 4D planning as it is, which is still an advanced tool in terms of our in construction industry. 4D planning is still something advanced to implement. So here you could know this is a kind of a big project. So in some seconds you could understand that the left-hand side, the plan is ahead of the actual. So we are behind the schedule now. You could know now if I pause my project, the video now, you could know. The left-hand side is done for the 5th or 7th floor. The right-hand side is start in the 1st floor. This all workflow is done with SynchroPro for the 4D planning perspective. What about the other story for cost or equipments? What about the man hours, expenses, and things like this? So we need to advance the level of the 4D from only letting you know the idea of the 4D planning and the sequence of work, and take the advantage of the 4D planning and integrate it with the time schedule informations and the site updates. So construction intelligence is the workflow who could manipulate the information for 4D planning, for construction management, and the other side for the 3D model integrated with the site information day by day. So now I think we are finished for this video. So this is another application for the construction intelligence. As you know now, as you see now, in the right-hand side, I changed only the data date. You will find what happens in every stage of your project. The left-hand side is the planned, actuals, critical, look ahead. So this is what you should do every week. So now in one report, you know the statistic information, and you know what happens here. As this slide, you see now the planned quantities versus actual quantities. There is no need to get this information outside from Excel sheets and something like this. Now you have your 3D model is linked to your time schedule. You have the percentage which has been performed in the site. This percentage give you the actual quantity directly from the 3D model. On the left-hand side, the planned quantities directly from the 3D model. If you have any updates, any modification on design phase, you will find the 3D model has generate a new quantification. So that's it for today's session. I tried to stack for one idea. So that's it for today. Thanks, Melin. You're welcome.